Good afternoon, my little mashed potatoes. Can you tell by the voice? This is the best day of the month. You've seen the title, it's Jack Wolf Day. This was last month's Jack Wolf Day, which totally turned me onto the locking knives. I have carried this probably more than most Jack Wolf knives during this month because I really just wanted to find out if I was going to genuinely like it or just like it a bit. One, the jigging, the titanium, absolutely stunning. Two, I can confidently say after a month that this knife is my best lightweight locking knife in my collection, by far. It's not for heavy use. Now, it'll do an awful lot more than what I'll ever put it through, but it is just beautiful. In hand, the clip is amazing. It holds, there's no hot spots whatsoever. Just everything about this knife was beautiful. And it was changed from the first one. We got a bigger bolster with 3 rings. To me, that just excelled it in the visual impact. A beautiful hand-rubbed satin finish there. It's just gorgeous. Look at the hand rub on this. Like this knife, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but it's £300. Sorry, 275. Good gosh, it's even cheaper than I thought. £275. And look at that hand rub. I mean, that is Riot standard, and it's just perfect. It's gorgeous. And it doesn't scratch on when you're using it for basic use like I do. And yes, it's cut up cardboards, but it hasn't scratched at all. It's not leaving any marks. So really happy. Last month was a gem of a month. And do you want to know something? We're back to a slip joint again, and this month is going to be even better for me because, you know, I prefer slip joints, but not by much because I love that other knife. This in here is the new one. All the paraphernalia I'll show you when I do the I'm sort of doing ass about face, I suppose, but I'll show you everything you get. You get the pod, you get the cloth. It all comes in a super tin with the artwork. That is amazing. Now, this is not Sean Tiffany. This is another, this is J Gonzo Art. J Gonzo Art, manufactured in China. I'm not sure where he's from, but I'll tell you what, that art is, look at that. That's even lovely. Look at that. Sharpshooter. Jack, and that even goes with the colour that I chose this month. Look at that. Jack Wolf in his the Dust Bowl, in his modern outfit there. Really lovely. So you get the little pog, which is really nice. In fact, let me just get that up there. See, it's up the camera going looking for it. And I've got it in my favourite case because it's got the colour that suits this case. You get a leather case with it. I mean, it's not as if you need one. This is a bit new in this, so it's a bit tight. There we go. I'll put that up there. And you'll see at the top here, I'll just explain that. My grandson came down at the weekend to help me to get, to put subtitles up. And God love me, he lost a few hours that he'll never get back in his life again. I couldn't work it out, couldn't do it, couldn't follow. Too much to follow for my old head. So I've gone to this is the advanced version. Please like, subscribe and comment. It means everything to me because I'm not supported by YouTube anymore. So to get my videos out there, I have to get more likes, subscribes and comment. And if you want to share one, please feel free to share it with your friends. Anyhow, there we go. That's enough of that. Now this, look at that. Look at that colour. I've forgotten the bloody name of it now. I am so thick. Forgot, it's ice something, I think. Anyhow, it's a beautiful colour. And I'll show you all the other colours. There's a stack of colours. There's a couple of ones that are luminous. They loom in the dark. There's a plain jig, a plain titanium one. There's so many. But look, I'm too excited. I couldn't even wait to open the box properly on the channel. I had it open as soon as it came through the door this morning. And I've had it in my pocket. And I've been cutting up dogs' treats. They're sort of like leather hide treats with it. Just to see that it's all right. Oh, man. Now, this is a sharpshooter. That was the original first one that came out. And the sharpshooter was fantastic. But it's been changed a little bit. But that little bit is a lot in my eyes. Again, we have a bigger bolster. We have the three rings, class looking. That is the signature Jack Wolf knife now, before this came out. The single lined on the end cap down there as well. Beautiful. It's got that beautiful clip point blade. Oh, listen, shall we just... That is so solid, so lovely, just absolutely gorgeous. It's I would say that's a 7.5 pull to nearly an 8, about a 7.5. It's a real, probably near an 8, isn't it? Let me just see. You know, if you were doing it by the nail, sometimes it's quite difficult to take. Yeah, it's about a 7.5. Real huge snap up there at the top. Beautiful. Everything about that opening mechanism is gorgeous. Look at this blade. Hand satin rubbed again instead of the vertical stripes that we had on the first one. Hand satin. And then this, the long pull, which I think makes this blade. Jack Wolf clips deserve a long pull because look at that. Now, but when I do the final conclusion of this here, when I'm doing it, I will show you the original one and we'll put it against the original. But let me tell you, those three things make this a spectacular knife. The other one wasn't bad. The other one's fantastic. This has just gone a wee step beyond. And that's what we're expecting from Jack Wolf. It's subtle differences now, perfecting his art. And that's what this has done. That bolster with the three rings, the nail nick, the hand satin. I don't think they're all hand satin, but to me, this is just complete class. I love this satin, or this hand rubbed. It's just, look at that there. Isn't it just beautiful? Horizontal, just beautiful. I love it. And look at this here. Now it's ice something. I can't remember what it is for the shape. And I haven't even got my stuff out here to do it. But I couldn't wait to do this video. Sorry. It's just my mistake, but I'll fix it later on. There's some lovely blues and different colours out there. They are just gorgeous looking. One that looks completely grey until you put light on it, and then it looms. It is just fantastic. So we'll get to that. Sorry, I just had to get it out. So what do you think? I think it looks beautiful. Beautiful. That really does look like the butt of a rifle, doesn't it? But you know what I was looking at now? I know this is maybe a bit weird. But look at that, the Jack Wolf's head, and it's just, you see that shape? But when you turn it up that way, you can't you? Look at that shape of his head coming down. Oh, it's just details that I find that nobody else will, because I'm flaming nuts. I just think this is good. It's black, white, a bit of grey. Yeah, I think it's grey. Yeah, oh, it's just gorgeous. The detail, and look, the first one just, everybody thought wouldn't be comfortable. This is one of the most comfortable knives that Jack Wolf just brings out. There is no hot spots whatsoever in this knife for me. Now, I have a large hand. It gets me right there. I can get all my 4 fingers on. I don't even have to go up. But, you know, I'm right up there next to the blade. Lovely sharpening choil, which has been extended. So there's 4. There's 4 things now that I can point out that's different from the last. Really well past the sharpening edge. Gorgeous finish. Really brought it right up to the bolster there. Or not the bolster, the ricasso. Really nice. You can see that there's plenty of room there. You're not going to get... Look how thin that bevel is. And this is like blooming razor blade. Beautifully sharpened. Beautifully sharpened. Just beautifully sharpened. Let's go. You can see down in below there. Jack Wolf knives all run off the kick. There isn't a separate little bar across. That's why the manufacturing these is so much more difficult. But it's traditionally different. I mean, traditional knives don't have that little bar. It's modern knives, but this is a modern interpretation. But they've kept that, and that's why you get this. Oh, just beautiful. That's why you get it, because the kick is done correctly for the traditional way. Look at that backspacer again. Look at the spring there. You can't flip and see it. You can't see it. There's not the slightest bit of a gap there. And this is only a thin bit of carbon that goes on top. Not a single gap. The corners, chamfered. That's why there's no hot spots in this. Completely chamfered. Look at that. Look how straight that is across. Just look at that simple little detail that gets done badly by so many companies, and including the older ones. They don't pay attention to that. But to me, this is why this knife costs the money, because the details you don't even get on the traditionally made ones. A lot of custom makers don't have it that good, that cut off there where it finishes, and that's slanted. It's just chamfered in to go with the backspace. It's just delicious. Look at that. All the way up. Those lines are absolutely perfect. Again, sometimes they're not absolutely perfect. To me, this is perfect. It's just perfect. I think it's adorable. It's in S90V. Well, how good is S90V, Stephen? Well, it's been about 20 months now since we've been doing Jack Wolf's Lives. I've never had to sharpen one. Now, bear in mind, for the first month I carry it nearly every day of that month, because I just want to get used to that knife and carry it and use it. Never had to sharpen one. I've stopped a few of them, but I've never had to sharpen. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely amazing. So that's how good S90V is. Now, if you're a hard user, fair play, you'll go through it and you'll have to sharpen it. But look, it just takes a little bit longer. It's not any more difficult to sharpen S90V. And that is fact. It's not any more difficult. You just have to take your time and do it a little bit longer, because that's what you want, the hard steel. Well, you have to pay for it somewhere. And the sharpening is where you pay for it. It just takes that little bit longer. And we're not talking excessive amount of time, because you'll only have to do it maybe once every 6 months, or depending on your usage, once every year. I mean, to me, once I've used them, they don't get any more real hard use other than the odd cardboard box every now and then in my daily use when I'm carrying it. So God knows when I'll ever have to sharpen the blooming thing. And that's why you're paying the extra money, to get that type of blade steel, to get this type of fit and finish. And just the look of that knife, I just think is beautiful. The gun stock is beautiful. And it was meant to be a single bladed knife, because when you put another little blade that folds down in there, the grip's gone. The grip is gone. A single bladed stockman is the way forward. Now, I have double bladed and they're nice, but they don't have the feeling this has. A single bladed stockman feels amazing, because you have that nice fat for your 2 fingers up there, 2 fingers at the front, and it's just perfect in hand. Beautiful. Look how straight. Look at the swedges. Look how good the swedge is in on that. Look at that. And look at that tip. Oh my goodness, what can you do with that tip? Let's just see. Look at that. You can, and I'm doing this behind the camera, but look how delicate I can make that tip be. If you've got to get a scalp out or whatever, anything delicate you want to cut underneath something, that is fantastic. Beautiful knife. Great EDC knife. Great EDC knife. So that's my first look. What do I think? Look, it was already a good knife, but what Ben has done, he has honed his craft a little bit better. It just feels, I don't know, it actually feels a little bit more high-end, if that's the right way to put it. So I'm going to enjoy the heck out of this. Probably another week, and I'll do a review, and I'll show you all the stuff that's in the box. I'll show you all the different types of carbon that they've got for it, and titanium. I'm sorry I didn't do it today, but too excited. Had to get the video up. That's quite normal for me. This is my excitement day. That is a stunning knife, Ben. Thank you. I thank you. That is beautiful. I am honoured to have that in my collection. So there you go, folks. Best day of the month. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely the best day of my month. So excited. Take care now. I'll speak to you all later. And again, please like, subscribe and comment. Bye-bye now. Bye.